Hey, I wanted to show you guys my weight loss progress. So, obviously, I haven't been very consistent in going to the desert to go hunting, things like that, but I still run around the garden right here near the kiosk and try to do as much cardio as I can, obviously. Obviously, I have still been exercising and doing martial arts, body conditioning. So, it wasn't just typical stuff that I used to do. But now I've been focusing on my ribs, different parts of my body, like my elbows, to where I can condition them just as hard as this, where I can take blows, hitting myself with a broomstick, taking it off the broom. But other than that, man, I don't know if the camera can see it right. I know it looks like I'm more buff, which I can feel it maybe, if that is. I feel like I'm more toned inside. Obviously there's just some fat that needs to be burned. Other than that, man, I know it's a surprise to show you guys my new haircut, the mohawk. I feel like I'm back in sixth grade again. Remember when all the little Mexican kids would wake up at 6? And especially the ones that had the full mohawk, like this, like really big, and then obviously they still have their hair on the sides, comb back with the mohawk, or even up, putting nothing but a whole handful of moco de gorilla, just boom. That's how they would go to middle school. I feel Obviously, at first, I was kind of skeptical about this haircut. I thought it looked weird, but then looking back now, a couple of days just getting used to it, it looks nice. I mean, I feel like I'm. How do I say this? I feel like I'm just, back in that kind of 10, 11-year-old mindset where it's like being rowdy, growing up, causing trouble. Even if it's like stupid little trouble, it doesn't have to be like big trouble. I'm talking about just doing stupid things or just, pues ahí de payasos en el barrio, having those compas que, those homies that you would always hang out with and you guys would do stupid things and just have fun, man. Just live your life and literally just be there with them having fun. Doesn't have to be extreme stuff, like I said, but that little youngish, childish, troublemaking fun, that kind of thing. Just having esas ganas, those guts and that wittiness. I don't know how to explain this, but yeah, I kind of look like one of those skinny 10-year-old, 12-year-old little Mexican kids, little cholillos with the big dicky shorts, and obviously the skinny body, right? But the pants are probably half as big as their body. And like, what's up, bro? All skinny. What's up, man? Little tiny mohawk like this. All I gotta do is shave my beard, and I'll probably have a baby face so I can look like one of those little cholillo kids. But other than that, man, I never forget where I come from. And I don't mean to rant on. I know this is about my progress, but it's also progress because when you feel good about your body, when you feel good about how you look, you know, doesn't mean that you have to always look good. You can be confident even when you look terrible because, I've had my bad days, right? Where I was 210 pounds, 215, or even 220, and with my beard all messed up, with my hair falling out from the stress. I mean, literally, you could see through my hair and my scalp was visible. So I just want to show you guys my progress, man. I feel young, especially with this new haircut. I haven't really tried it at all in my life, I think, and I love it. Looks nice on me. I feel young. I look young. When people tell me how old I look, they say I look 16 or 18. When I first got here to Mexico, probably about 3 months ago, people would tell me, you look like a drug addict, man. You look like you're all stressed out with your hair falling out, even though you have a full set of hair. And then with the messy beard, chubby. Because when I came to Mexico, I think I was around All I can say for sure is that I was around 215 or 217 pounds, somewhere around there. And in these 3 months, I made a lot of progress, even though I haven't been consistent. I could have done so much better if I was more consistent in working out, eating at the right time, healthier, just not having snacks once in a while. I never really am a snack person, but just when I feel that blood sugar getting low, I eat something sugary. But sometimes I would skip meals or I'd eat it late. Other than that, what really helped me out in the beginning too was when I would go to La Placita, when I go to the flea market, I would buy whole bottles of fermented cactus juice, pulque, that stuff. And I'll tell you, when I drink that stuff, I would always just get detoxified from everything. So I'd go to the bathroom every day, just cleaning out my system, cleaning out whatever was inside. So maybe I do need that right now, and it would help. But imagine in 3 months, I made a whole lot of progress. Where back then, even standing, like me right here standing, back then it used to hurt my feet because I was so not used to literally just standing. I was in a room for almost a whole year, overweight and not even exercising, walking, but even walking for 30 minutes would hurt my feet, my ankles. And now I'm used to it. I mean, I would walk a far distance, going to the desert to hunt coyotes, especially going up those slopes and around the rocks, this and that. That really helped me out too. So, this is progress. And look, I feel more toned inside. I feel more bulky, more hard, more swollen. Swollen, okay. Child of food, okay. But for real, yeah, we'll see. Look at my progress, man. If I really put my mind to it, and if I really put in the effort, I'm taking things little by little, obviously, because there's other things that cause me to become not so organized as I want to be, not as persistent and productive. But it's getting there, right? If it wasn't for me coming here to Mexico, I wouldn't have gotten to this shape. Like I said, my ankles, my whole body wouldn't have gotten used to it, and that was just me walking around. Imagine that's how much I was out of shape, or even standing hurt. But now, look at me. Look at me. Okay. But for real though, I just hope that this encourages you guys, because coming from a person that struggles with whatever it is, whether it's depression, healing from trauma, suppressed feelings, other than the spiritual warfare, right, with demons causing a lot of instability and stagnation, ADHD, whatever it is, there is always hope. God still gives hope. And like I said, I have undiagnosed ADHD. I've seen it to myself, and I've noticed it. I didn't think I had it. I didn't think it was really relevant. I thought it was just me being lazy or just struggling with something, spiritually or physically, mentally. But a lot of stuff has to do with these things, and I found hope in God, man. Sometimes it took Him slowing me down, and that might have meant me getting depressed or me just stopping and breaking down to where I see everything from a different perspective. I see that I can't juggle everything all at once. I gotta do one thing. Even if it means not being good in one place, I'm good in the other. So right now, I might not be as productive with working, this and that, but progress, man. I focused on one thing, and I know it sucks to kind of choose between doing your responsibilities and then obviously other things, but when you have ADHD, depression, all these other things inside, whether it's trauma, anything, man, and spiritual warfare on top of it, God has used everything, even my instability and my lack of discipline, or maybe just my mind being everywhere, not being as productive. He used everything for my better. And so little by little, I'm learning how to balance things out. So if this helps you guys out, like I said, there is always hope, physically, mentally, and spiritually, but only God can help you. And that used to be one of my struggles too, even being inconsistent with God. God worked on that too. He told me to just take it easy, one step at a time. Just like with this workout stuff, focus on one thing so you can get one thing right. Because if you're trying to do everything and juggle all these things at once, most of the time, especially with ADHD, you're not going to do anything. You're just going to waste time, and then time will fly by and you didn't even do one thing that you wanted to do. All you did was worry about how you're going to do this thing on top of the other. So that's about it. I just hope this encourages you guys. That's it. End of video. Alright. God bless. Much younger now. All glory to God. I give glory to God before I end this video. Because if it wasn't for me coming here, I wouldn't look young again. Life is coming back.